Beneath Cappadocia'S ancient stones, 3 terrifying tales whisper in the shadows. Dare to listen alone. 3 terrifying tales you shouldn't watch alone. Whispers from Cappadocia'S underground cities. In the valleys of Cappadocia, some stories don't make it into guidebooks. For every tourist who flies in for balloons and valleys, there are some stories that never makes it into the guidebooks. They whisper through stone and scream through silence. Cappadocia is made of ash, stone, and secrets. Tonight, around this fire, I'll tell you 3 of them. Don't look away, because they might be looking back. Don't say you weren't warned. Some villages vanish from maps, for a reason. Story 1. The Curse of Karayurt. In the summer of 2020, Anika Roth, a 26-year-old solo backpacker from Berlin, landed in Istanbul. Her blog, Echoes of Dust, had built a niche following for exploring forgotten places. She wasn't interested in beaches or bazaars. She chased legends. And in one obscure forum post, buried beneath conspiracy threads, she found a mention of Karayurt. No Wikipedia entry. No population. Just one chilling sentence. Even wolves avoid it. Locals at the bus station gave her looks when she asked for Karayurt. One old woman whispered, "It's not abandoned. It's waiting." Still, Anika was undeterred. She took a bus to the nearest village, then hiked 6 kilometers through pine forest as the sky turned overcast. She documented everything. Her GoPro was always running. She reached Karayurt before sunset. Stone homes, roofs collapsed, wells covered in moss. But it wasn't just decay, it felt staged. Too intact, too silent. Her blog notes read, "There are no insects, no birds. The air is heavy, as if something is holding its breath." She set up camp inside an old barn, lit a small fire, cooked instant noodles, and began filming her vlog. That night, around 2 a.m., a shepherd from a neighboring village saw a flicker of orange light high on the ridge. By morning, the fire had gone out. Search teams arrived after a missing person alert was filed by her family. They found the camp. Tent untouched. Phone still recording, its battery miraculously at 2%. But Anika was gone. No footprints. No drag marks. Just gone. They reviewed the footage. It started normal, her eating noodles, joking about the eerie silence. Then, whispering. She looked up, eyes wide, and whispered, "I hear them again, singing." The camera flipped. Heavy breathing. Low humming. Then a laugh, not playful. Wrong. Distorted. Like a child recorded through broken glass.
I am coming for you.
In the final seconds, her flashlight illuminates inside the well. A child's doll floats. Its face is waterlogged. But its eyes, they shine. And its smile is perfect. The screen shakes. Her scream pierces the night. Then, darkness. They never found her. Her blog was wiped within days. The GoPro vanished from evidence. But a backup file uploaded to the cloud surfaced weeks later. It was corrupted. Except for one recovered frame. The doll. Smiling. Blinking.
They're listening to you. She thinks you're stupid. They think you're stupid. You're worthless. You're always stupid. You're pathetic.
As the night deepens, the next tale rises from the ashes. Now it begins. Story 2. The Lost Couple of Derinkuyu. In the fall of 2021, Emily and Jason, an adventurous couple from California, landed in Turkey for a 2-week backpacking trip. Their YouTube channel, Wanderproof, featured offbeat ancient sites, and Cappadocia was high on their list. But they weren't ordinary tourists. They wanted access to the places closed to the public. And for that, Jason had a plan. They visited Derinkuyu, the world's deepest underground city. Official tours stopped at the 3rd level. Jason believed there were at least 11 levels beneath. He bribed a night guard with $100. Emily hesitated, but Jason laughed. "This is what our viewers love," he said. The guard led them to a sealed stone door marked with faded red handprints. He unlocked it and said only one thing. "Don't touch the symbols." They descended into darkness, their headlamps barely cutting through the thick dust. The walls were tight, claustrophobic. Every few meters, they passed hollowed chambers, carved into the rock. Empty. Silent. Jason joked into the camera. "It's like a hotel for ghosts." Emily didn't laugh. They walked for 30 minutes. Then Emily noticed the wall symbols, burnt into the stone, not painted. Circles of twisted limbs. Eyes without pupils. Underneath one symbol, something written in Latin. Qui intrat non reddit. He who enters shall not return. Jason reached out to touch the symbol. The lights dimmed. Their camera glitched. Emily's voice shook. Jason, someone's breathing. And then, a voice. Low, dry, like sand being poured. Non videbis lucem. You will not see the light. Authorities never found them. Only Emily's phone, lying on a carved stone bed. The last video. Jason, standing still. Not blinking. His head slowly turning toward something unseen. And then, a guttural growl. The screen cracked. Static. Locals say the carved symbols in that tunnel glow again every October 13th, the night Emily and Jason vanished. Tour guides avoid the lower chambers. Some say the tunnels whisper your name if you listen too long. You've heard the whispers. Now face what they warned you about. Confront the last terror. Story 3. The Midnight Monastery. In the winter of 2018, Luc Morel, a French urban explorer, arrived in Cappadocia with one goal: to film the most forgotten places in Turkey. His YouTube channel No Footprints had 100k followers. He never traveled with anyone. No guide, no backup, just a GoPro and flashlight. One evening, locals warned him about a cliffside monastery, forgotten for over a century. They called it Kormanaster, means that the blind monastery. No roads led there. But Luke, of course, went. Luke hiked for hours. The air turned bitter and dry. Pine trees thinned into skeletal shapes. Finally, at dusk, he saw it. A half-buried monastery covered in ash-grey ivy. Its main door was sealed. So he climbed through a crumbled wall. Inside, every wall was covered in eyes. Frescoes, scratched, not painted. Some wide, some bleeding. All watching. Then, voices. Children, women. Singing in a language Luke didn't recognize. It echoed from the lower chamber. Luke followed the sound down broken stairs. He passed shattered icons, piles of bones, animal, he assumed. At the bottom was a single wooden door. On it, scratched with nails.
Her giriş bir dönüş değildir.
Means that every entrance is not a return. He entered. The room was circular, lined with mirrors. But his reflection didn't follow him. It stood still, smiling. Luke gasped, turned. But behind him was only darkness. And then, a tall, headless figure. Long arms. Moving wrong. Luke dropped the camera. The footage recovered later showed only seconds. A blur. A guttural hum. And something crawling on the ceiling, without a face. His YouTube channel was never updated again. His Instagram deleted. The only trace was a frozen video frame. Luke's terrified eyes. Behind him, dozens of reflections, all not matching. Locals still avoid the ravine. They say the monastery reappears only during snowstorms. And if you hear chanting in the hills, don't answer. So next time you walk the valleys of Cappadocia, don't just look up at the rocks. Listen to the shadows. And whatever you do, keep your light on. If this story chilled you, subscribe for more. New haunted legends every week. Hit like, drop your theory in the comments. And stay close to the fire. You'll need it.